Okay, so I think we might. I don't have a solution for you yet, but I can explain what sort of issue you're all experiencing. So what's going on? I got off the Canvas helpline just for for this particular course. They took a look at our course content, and hey, I don't normally teach multiple sections of drawing in a given semester. Usually we have them as separate courses, and it's once per semester. So what's going on here is I have two classes in this group, but I have these set up as groups. So what does that mean? For you, you won't see any difference. It'll just look like the class. But on my end, I have to set you up with different groups. And what I discovered was when we looked through that, hey, you see that file size right here? We've reached the limit for the people that are in your groups. So I got, section 7064 drawing. Some of you are in that class, and then 7065, some of you are in that class. So we've reached the limit. That's why some of you can't upload your file. So I have some ideas. This will be a temporary workaround until I can get a hold of someone later in this week. But starting next week, if I don't get an answer, I will be switching and I'll just make a new group and put you all in that new group. And then you may not see any problem because I'll just do that each week until we get it resolved. But to get us over, if some of you had issues trying to upload your work and you ran into a problem, and I experienced the same thing you were because I couldn't upload it either, that's what's going on. So yes, we have run out of space. But what can we do? When you go into your space, your account, there's an option here for files. So if you click on files, it's going to have your own files. So you can make folders in here. Like I could call this one, art 020, and then maybe the section number 7064, and then I could put everything within that folder. Right? So this is a second step for some of you. It means like uploading stuff into here. It's going to show you how much files space you have. And yeah, even me as the instructor, I only have 524. So some of you, I noticed some of you had really huge image files. So if you're taking a photo with any new phone on the highest resolution, it's going to be too much for this class. I'd say anything on the small, like medium size photo is going to be okay. So around like 2 to 4 megabits. I noticed some of your files were 8 megabits for a photo. That's huge. So I would say that's overkill for this class. If it was a photo class, maybe you might need it. But for the drawing class, in that medium file size limit is okay. Here, I would just drag the file that I want to put in here. So I hope you're okay, but I'm going to use a student example, and I'll just put that image in here, right? Ideally, I would name it so I can know what it is, right? So if I go to rename, I can put in, I don't know, project 1, and I'm going to call this test. Okay, just so I know where to find it. So this is going to be in my own individual files. Now if I go over to the project right here, right, and let's just say I'm in this class, and I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and I want to post. I'm going to go all the way, whoops, we'll skip down to here, sorry. Right here, I'm going to put reply. Now the only difference here is normally most of you have been going through here through insert and image and upload image. So if you ran into that error message when you try to upload something, and it's doing exactly this, because now I can replicate what you're experiencing this weekend, right? You get, oh, something went wrong. Well, what happened was we ran out of space. So what do? You can go back to insert. Now the only difference is, notice group images and user images. So our group folder is full, but your individual user images probably has room. So in here, you'll notice there's, my test file might be in here, but I'm going to look for images, and I want my user files, and then I put it in a folder. If you just dump it in the main folder, it'll be a lot easier to find. But I can see that this one's right here. It didn't take my rename for some reason, but that's okay. We'll do that. Now when I go to post it, whoops, sorry about that. Now when I go to post it, if you need to do any other options, you can make this 600 so it's easier to see. Down here there's a little done button. Once you click on done, it'll do that size again. And if you push post reply, It should take, and it'll show my post, and we're good to go. You all have the option to edit your stuff. So you can edit it and delete it. So if you forgot to add something in there because it was like an introduction on your course, you could do that here. Or if you needed to delete it like completely, that'll work. So this should fix a lot of your problems that might have happened. But if not, let me know. We'll figure this out, right? I mean, we're in this together. So I'm not gonna, be that strict on an issue with, with Canvas, and like, you're in a few days late. That's gonna be fine. We'll figure something out and we'll get through this. But that's what was going on. So we ran out of space. So if any of you try to like post from now on, you might run into this roadblock. That's your workaround until I can get a hold of someone this upcoming week. So I'll be contacting people on Tuesday morning. Let me know if this video helps resolve your issue. If it doesn't, that's good for me to know because I got to then figure something else out. Some of you also got creative and you shared your Google links, so you can actually import things from your Google Drive as well, and sometimes that works too. So that might be like embedding an image. If you're more savvy that way and you have things, then you can get the URL to share with. You can actually embed the image through a URL. So there's all kinds of options in Canvas, but I just wanted to make sure that you have this way to work around. So that's going through, when you first log in, you click on your account, you click on Files. So yes, it's an extra step. You'll have to, go to My Files and upload things into here. That's easy for you to remember. Take note of the file size. If it says 8 megabits here, you're going to run out of space really quick. But if it's under, if it's smaller, like 3.1 and smaller, or under 4, you're probably going to be okay. Then you can access the same folder when you're doing your replies. So hopefully that helps. Let me know if anything else comes up. All right.